There we go. Right. I'm not sure at what point this is all going to connect, but just going live a little early today. I've hurt my back again. Oh, my back does not feel good. Feels very stiff at the moment, which is not a good sign. It's probably going to give me a problem later on. Just closing off a project that we were working on this week. There's a few little tweaks, but they're nothing too major to worry about. One of the things the client has asked for, I'm a little bit like, that's a little bit different now to what we had agreed or what we said we were going to do for them. But I'm hoping that they'll still be okay with the fact that, it's not like I'm saying we can't do what they want, but I just feel a bit like, well, if they want us to do something extra, there's going to be a cost attached to that. Hey, Big Kahuna, how are you doing? How you doing, my friend? You okay? Where are you based, Big Kahuna? Are you actually in Florida? You say Big Kahuna, Florida, but are you in Florida? Hey, Chillster, how you doing? Just check everything is all right over here. Microphone, yeah, cool. Yeah, so it's Friday, end of the week. I've hurt my back, which is why I'm wearing this back belt, all right, because my back is really, really hurting me at the moment. But yeah, closing off a project. Got 2 meetings today. One at 2 o'clock. One with the client at 4 o'clock. I hope that's a handover meeting. We can close that one off. Hey, Akram, how you doing? Okay, 40 minutes. That's quite, well, yeah, okay, 40 minutes from Disney World. You're not too far then, are you? That's pretty good. So just got to close off a few things. I'm actually doing one little thing to the website now. And for those of you that were with me yesterday, I can show you that the rank math of all the pages has gone pretty well. Whoa, I don't know why it's gone there. Why has it gone there? There we go. So if we go over here, no, not there. Where is it? Pages. So yesterday we were working on that. And the scores for the pages are pretty... Oh, you can't see it. My face is in the way. What? My face is in the way. Why can't I move my face? I can't move my face. What's going on here? Hold on. There we go. Look there. So the scores we're working on. Hey Raja, how you doing? Hey Red Hot, how you doing? Yes, so the scores are looking pretty good at the moment. Boop, let's go back over here. I'm just doing a change on one of the pages a little bit. Oh, Chillstar, your name is actually Andy or Andre. You're going to start a 7-day fast tomorrow. Wow, what, like a water fast? Are you doing a water fast? Yes, so Red Hot. I raised that yesterday in a video. So the loop grid, the loop carousel, if you have your form on the same page and it's below the loop grid or the loop carousel, there is a problem with Elementor. Roll back to version 3. Basically go to 3.10.3, I think it was, with Elementor Pro. Roll back to 3.10. If you're using 3.11, you're going to have some issues with your forms and your loop grids, your images. And there was something else as well that someone mentioned. Hey, Dave, do you know what, mate? I've been really busy last night. I was working really late while watching TV and working late. And this morning, even though I've gone live, it's really, really busy. Tea and enemas. Okay, that's not too bad. But yeah, big hello. Is that the problem you were having then? And have you rolled back to version 3.10.3? To get around that? So this is where the client has basically said they want something extra. Now, I'm not entirely convinced about what I'm doing here, but I'm going to show them. I'm going to show them 2 different methods here because I'm not really convinced that this is a good solution for them, if I'm really, really honest. I just think that it's, yeah, I don't think this is a good solution at all. Let me just get this to be... Let me just get this to be the right size. There we go. So that's going to be 210. So you need an update for the... Yeah, do you know what, Red Hot? That one is proving to be a little bit difficult. So for those of you that use the nested tabs for Elementor, the new thing they did, on the mobile, it looks really, really bad because it converts into an accordion. So we're going to be looking into that. Well, I'm trying to create a solution for it. Now, I'm actually just trying to work out why. Oh, of course, I've got it in the wrong place. That's why. So what I'm going to basically show the client over here, that you can probably see on this, if I just go to preview, okay. There's two different ways we could potentially, well, damn it. Can I just do edit page for a moment and get rid of what we had here like that? Let me just hit update. So the client wants a search form, right, on their page, and so this is what they currently get, right? You hit it, the magnifying glass, and you get the search. So if I was to go and type in soy, okay, yes, it spins before it goes to the results page. Now, they are using Elementor Cloud. I have to say, though, the Elementor Cloud, there is a bit of a delay with it. I mean, look at it. Sometimes it takes a while to actually go for the search, which I find really, really, really annoying, okay? So from a search result point of view, there is something really annoying that I need to change that, actually. That doesn't look right. Or we go with this option here. So if I type in soy, you get the results there. So which one would you like? You know, and I'm going to say to the client, look, which one do you want to go for? Because if you click that, yes, it's going to take you to the result. It takes you to the results page. Ignore that. That's just blooming rank math. So I'm going to show them that there's two ways this could be done. You could either go with that one where there's a bit of a lag, or you go with this one. But the trouble is, because you're using the light version, you can't get rid of that search box over there. You kind of need the search box. You know, so you just type into here. So you would go and type in, I don't know, you would go and type in something like milk, and it then starts to give you the results for milk. If I was to type in the results for format, which is a fake post, you see here, click on this to see format. Now, this is quicker in a way. This is quicker. The trouble is, though, is that you are stuck with that bar over there. But I like this, but the trouble with the Elementor search results, okay, and I'm actually going to go on to a private window, okay. The trouble with the search results is because this is Elementor Cloud, right, there is a pretty big delay. Look, if I go in and type in soy and I hit return, that was quick. Now, why was that quicker? Maybe it's because I was logged in. That's interesting, isn't it? Maybe it was because I was logged in. Oh, it is. It's because I was logged in. Hey, Pickstar, how you doing? How you doing? So anyway, I'm going to show the client that, look, there's two options here. We can either go with that option, like that, or we can go with one like this, where you basically have your results listed down here. And that's using a free plugin. That's using Ajax Search Lite, I think it is. I think it's Ajax Search Lite. So that's a free plugin for your search thing. That's free. That's a free plugin, right? The only problem you do have is the color of... I've just noticed, sorry. The color of the wording. I better address that, right? I don't think the client's going to like the color of the wording. But yeah. So this has been one of those what I like to call an interesting website build that we've been doing. It's kind of been fun, actually. It's kind of been quite a lot of good fun. Here you go, Ajax Search Lite. I'm just going to go and check the color scheme of this because there was a, I don't think they're going to like the blue color on that. I know I don't like the blue color, but you don't have the option to change the color. Which I think is a bit strange. Why can't you change the results of the color? Why not? Anyway, I'll test it out by going. Sorry, I'm all over the. It might feel like I'm all over the place in a minute, but I'm kind of talking about stuff and all that, right? Anyway, look. Let's just go over here. Can I type something in? Soy? No, it won't let me do it, will it? I'm trying to activate the color. Or I might as well just do it on the live website. In fact, let's just leave that. Let's just do the preview again. So who's had a really good week? Who's had a really, really, really good week where they feel like everything went really, really well and they are, at the moment, pretty impressed and they're happy with just how things progressed? Who here has had an amazingly good week? Who has had an amazingly good week? There we go. So I'm just trying to get that text there. There you go. It's that one. Let's just take that color away. And I've got to think now, how are we going to do that? So results, item, close. If I take that and I go with color, I should be able to modify that. Results. Yeah, I should be able to change that. Hey, Paul Ross, how you doing? How you doing? Just doing just double checking something over here. If I do that, where's the class name? It is that. It is. I knew it was that. So it is ASL Res. I'm gonna have to think about that one now. I don't like it when I have to do too much thinking. All right, let me tell you now. When I'm messing around with CSS, I don't like to do too much thinking. No, Pixar, there's two results, and I'll tell you why, yeah. So this is the one we originally had, which is that. But what the client also wanted to consider was an alternative. So if you do this, you instantly get some results. So what I'm showing them is, well, what do you want to go for? Do you want to go with that? And then you type in your whatevers, okay? Or do you want to go with that? So what I'm showing them is, here's your two options. Which one do you want to go for? And how does it look on the mobile kind of thing, right? Do you want to go with that? Or do you want to go with that? So what do you want to go for? So I've got a call with them in about 4.5 hours. So by me... Yeah, I do like Red Hot Chili Peppers, some of their music. I do. Yeah, so what you would do, Justin, right, in that situation, okay, yeah, you get it, Pixar. So basically it's like an A and B testing. Like I go, look, here's your two options. Which one do you like? Play with them both on the same page. Look at it on a mobile. Which one do you like? Because it's a free solution, you see. That's using the Ajax Search Lite plugin for WordPress. It's free. So Justin, if you've got a column, right, and you've got your image in the container or the column, right, okay, you then say that when you hover over that, when you hover on the column maybe, or the logo, then you have the other logo becomes opacity 1. So the colored logo, right, it might be like, what you're basically going to say is the black and white logo is opacity 1, the colored logo is 0. When you hover, the black and white one becomes opacity 0, and the colored one becomes opacity 1. So what happens is, do you get what I mean? That will disappear, and then that will appear. You do need to make sure that it's all in line, though. Otherwise, they'll show at different areas of the page. But I have got a video on that, Justin. I did a video last week on scrolling, but you could substitute it out for a hover effect. You know, you'll have your class name, colon, hover, and then you apply it like that. No, I'm not massively crazy for Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know, I don't go out my way to listen to them. But yeah, I do, you know, I don't have anything against them, if that's what you mean. But yeah, they're okay. You know, I'm not gonna, again, like I said, I'm not massively crazy for them. But there are some of their songs that I do like. I don't know if that answers your question, though. So I'm looking forward to basically getting this website completed in a way. I mean, and I have enjoyed working on this website as well. It's nice to work on something which is kind of fun, you know? You know the client's invested in it, you know, you're feeling good about it. You know, it makes you feel happier as well to be working on something like this. But yeah, it's been a nice labour of love, I think, this particular website for me. Except we're getting to the point where we're closing off, and then the client said quite a long list of stuff they want changing. They're easy tweaks, but still tweaks. Now then, I want to talk about something. Now, how many of you are on Elemental Experts? How many of you have signed up to Elemental Experts, where you advertise your services? How many of you have done that? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments how many of you are basically on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to talk, but I'm also working away here. But how many of you are on Elemental Experts? How many? I'm guessing quite a few of you probably are, okay? Now, I did join it ages ago. And on there it says a classic website is $1,200. A classic website. And someone contacted me this morning and they literally were like, here's our old website. We want to do it. We want to redo it. And we want to redo it. Yeah, the chat thing. Sorry, Chilster. Yeah, the chat. We want to redo it. What's the price? And I was like, well, what do you want? And they just came back with, here's our old website. We want to redo everything. But what does that mean? What does that mean? So their current website's got 8 pages. What, you want the same 8 pages or different pages or different features or functionality? Hey, David. So I just went back to them and I just said, yeah, that'll be £3,000, which is going to be, I don't know, let's say $4,000, right? They then came back with, what? What? But on Elemental Expert, you said a classic website is $1,200. So here's what I said to them. I said a classic website is a one-page website. It's a one-page website. Secondly, you haven't defined what you want. It's like someone saying, I build houses for... No, let me say, I build houses for $50,000. But what are you going to get for $50,000? You might get one room, kitchen, all of that, built-in, you know, toilet, all of that, whatever. Very small house. But if you want a 20-room house, you're not going to get that for $50,000. So I might say a classic basic house, $50,000. You then turn up and say, I want a mansion. I'm not going to charge $50,000 to build you a mansion. But this is the thing that happens all the time, okay? The moment you say to someone, well, what do you want? They kind of go, yeah, but you're the web designer. And you go, no. You want a website, 1 page, 5 pages? I even said to them, and even when you have 2 houses with exactly the same number of rooms, If one room is very funky in the way it's built, the cost is more complexicated. Therefore, there's a different cost, right? There's a different cost. And it always surprises me when people get a little bit pernickety or funny about that. And they almost say, yeah, but you should have a menu of prices. That is not how it works with web design. I'll tell you now. It's not like, look, if you say to someone, how much is it going to cost, to move that light bulb from over there to here, they'll give you a general cost. However, if halfway through the project they realise, oh, above the ceiling it's a steel beam, there's no way we can get through that unless we drill through it, there's a cost attached to that now, right? And you'd pay it. But first you need to know what you're working with and what you're doing. I just found it always amuses me when someone goes, give me a quote for a website. And then you question them with, well, roughly what do you want? 1 page, 5 page? Are you selling anything? And they're like, no, just give me a rough price. Okay, fine, here's your rough price. They don't like it. Well, I can't be specific, can I? And that's the other thing as well. You know, if I ever give a rough price, I do not exaggerate. I do amplify it a bit. Because I can bring it down if I need to, but at the same time, what I don't want to do is undervalue it. So someone comes to you and you go, yeah, we can build your website for $1,000. Then you talk to them more and you realise the amount of work and you go, oh, the price is going to go up to $4,000 now. They ain't going to like it. No matter how much you explain to them that the reason the cost has quadrupled is because of the amount of stuff you got to do, the amount of effort, they don't like it. But you said the website was $1,000. Hey, Steve, hey, Dipanshu, you said the website was $1,000. Yeah, but now we know the details. There's more work and effort. And that's why it's always important, okay, that you find out a bit more about what they want. Even if someone says to you, yeah, it's a 4-page website. Find out what is going to be on those 4 pages. What? Home, about, services, contact. Is that it? Is there a contact form? Is there an appointment booking system? Are you selling products? Are you doing something really funky? What are you doing? And if the client can't answer that, I give them a price, but I'll tell you what, I don't really care. And I said this on Paul's live chat on Wednesday night. I'm serious when I say this, right? I meant it. When I give out quotes, I don't care if I win it or not. Now, you're probably going to go, well, you must care. Yeah, of course I care about the work when they are a client. When they've paid a deposit, then I care a lot. But until that point, I don't care. So if I win it, great. If I lose it, I don't care. What you don't do is say, oh, I got asked for 10 quotes. I've given 10 quotes out. Oh, wow, if we get half of them, oh, wow, that'll be a brilliant week, a brilliant year. No, don't think like that. Think of every quote you put out. Do your best. Try and do something in there to try. By the way, I've hurt my back, okay, which is why I'm wearing this belt. Try and, clarify what you're going to do for them and how you're going to help them, right? Try and do something. But don't treat it like a done deal. Don't treat it like, oh, I've got to win. I will win this. No. If you don't get it, you move on. You are not psychologically or emotionally attached to it. Because if you become emotionally attached to a project, the client will say, can you give me a discount? And you'll give them a discount. Can you do this for me? You'll do this for them. Oh, can you, can we, do a little bit of this and that, change things? Yeah, cool, we'll do that. Because you become so desperate. And when a client detects desperation or that you are, look, if you say to a client, $2,000, and they go, oh, can you do it for $1,000? You're like, you know what? Yeah, okay. They've got you where they want you. They know they can lure you into dropping prices. Whereas I would be like, okay, so that $2,000 covered all of this stuff, itemized. So how about we take out the SEO, right? You do that yourself. There you go. Now the cost comes down by a bit. How about we will optimize and everything, but we won't do full-blown optimization. There we go. The cost has now come down to $1,000. Are you okay with that? You make it clear to them. So if they're not going to pay how much I'm saying, fine. Why should I give them the same amount of time I would have given for a $2,000 project? All right? And you can apply that to anything in life. Anything. You get a painter in and you tell him to paint your room and he gives you the price and you go, oh, that's too much. He might say to you, okay, this room was going to take 3 coats of paint. It needs 3 coats of paint to really get it proper. I will do 1 coat and the cost comes down. Or I'll do 2 coats and the cost is now midway. But if you want it done properly, you pay for the 3 coats. So you pick what you go for. Do you want to go for the 3 coat, the 2 coat, the 1 coat? Or no coat? What do you go for? David, I've never ever been to New York. No, why? Have you seen me there? Hey John, how you doing? Okay, Big Kahuna, when you say web design, is that the architecture? Yes, in a way. In a way, yes, but I'm treating it almost at the basic point. You know, 1 page, basic website, nothing too fancy. You know, it's like a day's work and a bit here and there, day and a bit's work kind of thing. If it's a lot more probing and investigation into the plugins, the look of it, brainstorming, you know, real in-depth SEO and all of that, then, oh, that's why you said, David, because of the t-shirt. No, it's just a t-shirt I found in a shop, that's all. And I've hurt my back, so I'm wearing this belt around my waist. If there is more to do, then the price goes up. Right? If we got to do a lot more design work and brainstorming, then the price goes up. Chillster, do you ask clients how many pages they want? I do. I say to them, what are you going for? Look, I'll tell you what I say. What are you going for? Do you know how many pages you need? Do you have a budget? Do you have an example website that is similar to what you're trying to achieve? You ask them those questions. Because someone could say to you, hey, I want a website to advertise my services. And you're like, yeah, that's easy. Then you see a website they're trying to emulate. And it is so complex. You're like, whoa. Yes, it is just services, but whoa. It's got lots of motion, GSAP, parallax effects. It's got lots of funky stuff going on there. Do you still want to do that job at the price you quoted? Or does the price quote change? So don't be afraid of asking them. But you also guide them. So Chillster, I say to my clients, look, are you okay with me advising you? Let them know. Are you okay with me telling you where I think you need to think a little differently or try something new? Are you okay with that? And if they're okay with that, I do it. If they go, no, I want it to look exactly like this, I then stop and think about, right, is this going to be a very rude, arrogant client who just feels like they can tell me what to do? Are they going to compromise? Are they going to understand that what you're doing harms your website conversion? So don't blame me when no one likes your website because you said you wanted it. You got to think about all of these variables. I call them variables that dictate the time, the effort, the price. Martin, how do I add a WooCommerce product search field and display results underneath on the same page? The Themify product filter, Martin, or WP Grid Builder. So Themify is free. I would go for that. Are you using Bricks or Elemental though? No, I've never visited India. I don't think I'll ever go to India. I'll be honest, guys, I don't think I have any appetite to go anywhere in Asia. I've been Hong Kong, but I don't really... There's no burning need for me to go to be honest, there's no burning need for me to go anywhere. You know, I just about go down the road to go shopping, let alone the city centre. How many times have I done a one-page website in the last year? Honestly, Gary? Once, but that was actually part of a 5-page website, which we never finished because we fell out with the client. So we did 1 page and then we fell out. So in effect, we've never done a 1-page website, but we start there. We have somewhere to start, because the minute you say our starting price is a 5-page website, you're already you're almost saying, well, that's what we charge, before you really understand the content. So I say, here's our basic price for a 1-page website, assuming the content is basic. The minute they start telling us more about what they want, the cost goes up. We've got something to underpin the 1-page. Because you know what happens is if you say to someone, here's our cost for a 5-page website, and then they go and say, I only want a 1-page, you're now going to reduce your cost by 20%. Is it worth doing now? Is that website still worth doing? So let's say you say, okay, $1,000 for a 5-page website, basic website. And the client then says, only want 1 page. Are you now going to do it for $200? WordPress, elemental, settings, all this stuff. Is it valuable now? Whereas I say, start with the lowest grain, 1-page website, no SEO, right? No WooCommerce, no nothing, basic website. That's what it is. Now you want other stuff, cost goes up. More pages, cost goes up. More investigation, more wireframing, more brainstorming, cost goes up. Well, to be honest, though, right, when it comes to costing up all of these extra little bits and pieces, right, Chillster, it's more than that. I'll tell you now. Okay, right. You know, yesterday I was doing that client's rank math. And then I went through their pages, every one of their pages. By the way, you can see them over here. So if I just hit save over here for a moment, if we go to pages, I've done all of their rank maths. I've done all their rank math scoring, right? I've done everything now on their pages, right? I've done their Google Search Console and their Google Analytics connections and all of that. £1,200 is what I charge for that. And you're probably going to go, what? Well, no, that's the rate I set at. That's the price we put. That is a separate cost for that, right? So you think about your value, what you're doing. But yeah, that's what you do. That's what you do. Paul, right, so Martin Barron, Themify. Look, I'll write it down. In fact, I've got a video on it, Martin. You need to go to our YouTube channel and you need to go and do a search for Themify. Okay, there it is. I've put it in the chat there. Themify product filter. You can get it for free. It's a free plugin. You use that with WooCommerce and you can set it up to be horizontal, vertical. You can have a different layout for your mobile, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, so when I break down to the client, here's your website build, right? You got to have that. Here's your extras. Do you want SEO or not? And then this includes your rank math, your keywords, getting things green, optimizing and all of that. Search console, analytics, verify, all of that. Sort out your settings, do your indexing, blah, 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 blah. 1,200. And if they don't want it, well, I do say to them, though, if you don't want to pay the 1,200 and you only want me to do the back end settings and your homepage, then the cost comes down to 720. Right? I'm very crystal clear with the breakdown of the costings. Yeah, nice one, Michael. So you got a down payment for that project. Plugin. Yeah, excellent. Well done. And what you also got to make sure you say to the client, though, you got to get in the habit of this. Make clear to them that there is no guarantee that you will get their website optimized, that you will get them onto page 1 of Google, that you will find a solution. You can never guarantee that you will achieve something that is a little bit grey because you don't have full-on control. You do not control Google. You do not control if there is a plugin that completely satisfies what they're after, unless they pay for a bespoke developer to create custom code. So always be careful, all right? Don't say we're going to get you onto page 1. Oh yeah, we'll do that. You can't predict that unless you do a sponsored advert. And even then, you're in competition against others. Hey, John Cyanidis. I use SiteGround. I don't use the SG Optimizer. The SG Optimizer is quite crap. What you have to remember, okay, if you are building a website with just WordPress, Classic Editor, and Gutenberg, SG Optimizer is great. But if you're using Elementor, or Bricks, or Breakdance, or anything extra, do you really think the SG Optimizer is going to be good for you? Because it's not been built to handle page builders. Think about it. The SG Optimizer has been built for WordPress, Classic Editor, Gutenberg. It probably isn't even good with Spectra and Quickly and stuff. So the minute you add on a page building theme or a plugin, SG Optimizer on a basic Elementor website, basic, brand new Elementor, will get you 75-80%. That's the highest you're going to get. The minute you start building the pages, the score's going to drop. It's going to keep dropping. That's why you got to go watch the Page Speed 2023 video with the free tips and hints and tricks and solutions I give you, where you don't need SG Optimizer. Ditch it, delete it, dump it, get rid of it, okay? Get rid of it. It ain't going to work for you. And use the tips and tricks I give you there. Make sure you do a backup, make sure you test it out. You know, there might be, sometimes some of the tips I give you might break your website, or not break, but affect one of your plugins. Well, I don't know what you've got on your website. I'm assuming you're all very clean and methodical, lean and mean with your websites. But use those tips, okay? Yeah, Chinese takeout menu. I suppose in a way that's kind of how I do it a little bit. And I might throw in the odd poppadom as well. Michael, we run SG Optimize with yeah, but Michael, what I will say though, Bricks from the get-go gives you a high score. You'll be hitting 100 from the get-go. So SG Optimizer and Bricks, not too bad a combination, because Bricks on its own, right, without SG Optimizer, I bet if you took out SG Optimizer, you're still going to be getting a high score with Bricks. I bet you will. SG Optimizer might help out a bit, but Bricks on its own is really, really good. But like I said, if you're using Elementor or anything like that, SG Optimizer, I tried it. I really tried to hone it in, but it just did not. It was like, this is rubbish. Because never do they state anywhere this is going to help out an Elementor website, a WP Bakery website, a Divi website. Nowhere do they say that. They say WordPress. So they are assuming you've got a classic WordPress editor. Hey Matthew, how are you? Does anyone know when Elementor Mega Menu will be released? Yeah, well, Matthew. If you're very clever with the way you inspect things, in Elementor Experiment, it's hidden away. You won't see it, but if you inspect and drill in a bit, the Mega Menu Experiment is actually there. It's just not been activated yet. And I would think that at some point we're going to get it. Maybe version 4-ish, I think. I think we're going to start to see it come out soon. Dipanshu, when you use custom font, it's always good to go for WAF 2. I mean, okay, yeah, SVG, you know, but SVGs can be quite big as well. You need to go for WAF 2. If you're using TTF, go and get it converted. So you're using compressed fonts, but WAF 2 is really, really good. Don't forget to hit the like button. We've only got 13 likes. We've only got 13 likes, everyone. What's going on here? Hey D, how are you doing? How are you doing? Let me just see if I've got this working. I'm just trying to check the font on the page here. It's slightly annoying me. I'm not sure why I can't change the font color of this search form. Because I know the client ain't going to pay for it. The client's not going to pay for this. Right? So I'm just trying to create a free solution for them. Damn it. Damn. Yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah. Greetings from Poland. Hey, Adam. How you doing? Is it a good idea to upload every time? No! Dipanshu. You told me that you... Didn't you tell me you ran an agency with people? Didn't you tell me you ran an agency with people? Was that someone else? Because there is something about what I call some of the basics, right? You don't need to load a PNG version, a JPEG version, a WebP version, and an AVIVF patient version of an image onto your website. Therefore, you don't need to load a TTF, a WAF 2 as well. So, Dipanshu, here's the thing I would say, yeah, is why do you think you would benefit from uploading all the types? Why do you think you would benefit from uploading all the types? Why? So I'm going to put that question out there. Have any of you migrated a big e-commerce stop? Yes, I did. I did, D. We had a Shopify website. We moved over. It took a bit of time. I made clear to the client that we're not moving over your servers. They wanted us to move the products. And I went, yeah, fine. That's $30 per product. You got 1,000 products. It's 30,000. It's £30. So, you know, if you want to pay $30,000, which they were not, it was like, fine. Then you got to do it manually. I mean, there was like a Shopify plugin you can use, but they wanted to completely close down the Shopify website. So I said, no, this is what you got to do. You know, it's going to be £30 per whatever. Hey, Andrew. By the way, though, Andrew, we started early, but I'm still here for another hour, mate. So you're not missing anything, okay? I'm a bit annoyed here because I'm trying to change something, and it's just the font won't change. This is where CSS really gets on my nerves. Oh, I think it's because I haven't got the right class. Maybe it's because I haven't got the right class. Let me try taking all of that like that. There we go. Let me try taking that. Let's copy that. But yeah. What's my feeling about Elementor 3.11.1? To be honest, right, anything with 3.11 at the moment has slightly broken. So I have found that it affects your loop grid, affects your form, it affects your images. So I would say just wait a moment, okay? Just wait a bit, because I think there's some real big bugs over there at the minute. Yep, Lieutenant Worf. Well, it's Worf, isn't it? But yeah, Worf, kind of. We get the idea. Now, one thing I've never done, though, is there is a WordPress plugin you can use for Shopify to get it in. Can you, once you've done that, then force it all to sit on the WordPress website and remove that plugin? You might need to do a Google search. Yeah, to be honest though, David, I'm not convinced at the moment. I haven't seen. In fact, when I found the error 2 days ago, I actually was on version 3.11.2, I think, for Pro. So 2 days ago, right? And if you're using loop grid and containers and you're using a live website, it potentially means that every time you have a form, that form cannot be sent. So if you're willing to take the risk, go for it. Or I would say just leave it on 3.10, whatever. So Andrew, do you give clients access to see the rank math results? I do, Andrew. It depends, you see. Are they on a maintenance plan? Therefore, I'm the one with the access control. Then they don't need to see that. I see that. Or, and of course, they get a monthly, like report, of the results and stuff. They get that. Or, if they're not on a maintenance plan, you just give them access. You kind of you have to weigh up what's the benefit to them and what's the risk to you. Sorry, D, you meant big commerce. Yeah, sorry. You're gonna have to Google it, okay? You're gonna have to, or even Chat GPT. Go and ask Chat GPT. Is there a simple way to migrate all of the products in a big commerce website to WooCommerce? Bear in mind, though, that sometimes you're going to have an issue over translation of fields, field mapping, right? So what was the fields called here? What are they in? I didn't get that. What are the fields in WooCommerce? So title, check. Price, check. Something's going to not match. A field here ain't going to match here. So then there's going to have to be a bit of mapping translation go on. Exactly what Brian said about the back-end access. ChatGPT, funnily enough, potentially could one day start to replace. I mean, obviously Google are doing their thing, Bing are gonna do their thing. How many times in the old days, or even now, would you go onto Wikipedia sometimes to find out a bit more about something? Now, you'll just go to ChatGPT, right? Or whatever chat tool there is. It won't just be GPT, there'll be TPG and all that. You'll just go there to get your answers, right? What holidays are there from UK to Greece? And it will start to tell you the links and where you need to go. What's the cheapest price? What's the most budget friendly? Are there any tickets for this amount of money? So there's potentially ways to do that. Eddie, could you let me know if you changed the schedule for the midday chat? No, Eddie, I just started early. So sometimes I just go early because if I'm in the middle of something and I'm on top of it and I sort of go, right, I've done I'm now just working through a few other things. Can I afford to go early? And if I can afford to go early, I just go early because, it makes no difference to me. Makes no difference, right? So I just go early. Sorry, I've got to make sure I get this right, like that. Save changes. There we go, yeah. It's not a bad thing to do, really. And it means I get to spend more time with all you lovely people. But don't worry, you're not late, mate, okay? You're on time. My back does hurt, though. My back is hurting. I'm trying to shift around in my seat, and there isn't any position right now where I actually feel comfortable. And I've got a couple of meetings later on. I've got a meeting at 2 o'clock, and I've got a meeting at 4 o'clock with my client. And then we've got 3 new jobs starting in March, one after another. And then we've got another one as well. This potentially, it's this consultant one, and they keep coming back for advice and help. and I'm very light touch with my answers now. They send me like massive like question. I just go, yeah, you're right, or you might want to think about X. Go and speak to them. Because what I'm basically letting them know is, you know my prices, you've paid for our work, but you want more and more and more. And you're sending screenshots, you know, deferred screen issues. And I'm like, check your section overflow is hidden. I'm not going to tell them how to do it. You can go find out yourself. But one thing I don't like is, hey Erica, how you doing? One thing I don't like is when people start to like, you give an inch, they take a mile kind of thing. Especially when they have got bags of money. They've got bags of money, right, to pay consultants and project managers to do their stuff. Let me tell you now, they are loaded. But what they like to do is they like to still reach out for freebies. So I've got all these issues, and this ain't right, and that ain't right. What should I do about it? I'm like, well, just go. I'm like, double check your PageSpeed Insight recommendations, and it will give you some insight. That's all I'm going to say. Why should I spend half an hour? Hey, George, why should I spend half an hour trawling through their email for free? Because when you do it once, you'll do it again and again. And suddenly, you've lost 2 hours of your life because you did it 4 times. What's the point of that? They're not paying you for it, so why do it? Yeah, happy Friday to you too, Maddie. Yeah, it is, Erica, in a way. It is. And this is actually the client, right? This is the client where their net turnover, their net profit last year, not the turnover, not the gross profit, the net profit was just over £3 million. Last year. The year before it was 2 million. So I don't know about the current year, but the last full year, previous financial year, their net profit was just over £3 million. And this is the one that paid a big digital company to do loads of work for them. And what they've now realised is that digital company were just a face. All of the work was done by people in an Asian country. I'm not going to name the country, but it was done in an Asian country. Now, one thing I will say, though, you can't diss people that are based in Philippines, Thailand, Bangladesh, India, Africa. You can't. Because I'll tell you what, there's so many plugins that you're using that are built, maintained, manufactured, brainstormed there. You might not realise it, but there's plugins and solutions you use a lot that are built there. However, this agency that they were working with were outsourcing to web designers in some Asian countries. And what they were getting back was communication furore, problems, spec, not doing things on time, things dragging, always an issue. And even though they eventually gave them what they wanted in terms of the look, the optimization of that website was horrendous. Over 64 plugins activated, and it wasn't even an e-commerce website. Over 120 templates. What are you doing? The SVGs, right, are like 6 megabytes in size. Who has SVGs that are 6 megabytes? Because they were images. They had SVG images, big images. And I said to them, but your website, the image is like that big. If you convert that into an image and you compress and convert, your image goes from 6 megabytes to 150 kilobytes, right? And your homepage has got about 12 of these So do the mathematics now. What are we talking? 70, 72 megabytes for 12 images. Come on. Come on. Right? We can go from 72 megabytes to about 1 megabyte, maybe, because some of your images were actually quite small. What are you doing? Hey, Dipanshu. Come on. Do you use essential add-ons? Do you use Element Kit? Do you use like some of these out there? There's loads of plugins out there. And themes. Yeah, Erica, make sure you take a backup first before you stick the code in, okay? Just in case it blows your website apart or something like that. Oh, nice one, Erica. First birthday on Sunday. Oh, I hope you have great fun there. Hey, Tara Kangas, how you doing? So yeah, like I was saying, George makes a good point, you know. If I'm going to waste time, it's because I want to waste time. Like, I use iMovies for my video editing. I've now got CapCut installed for free, and I'm going to watch a couple of videos on that to get my head really around all the functionality and if I'm going to use it, because it seems to be better, but I want to get a feel for it. Hey, Artif, how you doing? Don't forget to hit like. So I don't mind wasting my time when I know I'm actually doing it to learn. But when you have clients that keep firing emails at you because they think you're going to reply for free, you start giving them basic answers, right? I can tell you now, don't care how big your email is, if I haven't got time or you're just fishing for me to handhold you to a solution, but I don't get anything back for it, but you benefit from it, it doesn't work like that. It's different when it's friends. I can tell you now, it's different when it's friends or mutual respect, or you bat ideas off each other, or you support each other. There's a bit of a difference there. But if it's someone that I don't really intermingle with much, I get it all the time, right? Look, I got one here that came through yesterday, last night. It's a bloody big email. And I'm like, it's going to take me about half an hour to read it properly, study it, think about the problem. How do we go about it? Test it out a bit. And they literally put then, this is a great idea for a video for you, not for me. Okay? Dipanshu, you might want to refresh your screen. Just refresh. Go and refresh. I mean, as far as I can tell, things are loading through okay. I might have been staring out the window for a moment, so it wasn't exactly frozen. So go and refresh. And don't forget to check your quality, because sometimes YouTube puts it on like 240. So check your quality. 1080p is available. Bandwidth depending. But you should be all right. You should be okay. Right, let's just check this website out again. I'm getting a little bit annoyed because the color of the results on this page are not coming out with what. No. All right, well, I'm gonna let it go. Do you know what? I'm not gonna bust too many guts on how much time I spend now on this website. I think I've done enough now. And I can email the client and go, right, all of your changes with one compromise is done. Let's go have a look at it now. Get back to me. I said to the client this was going to take a 6-day project. The 6th day was going to be slippage day. Day 5, which is today, it's done. The only thing, though, that they might still need to sort out is their mailing list. But originally, they were going to use MailChimp. And then halfway through the project, they switched to use SendGrid. There's a bit of an issue with them verifying. To be honest, that's not my problem. The spec was for MailChimp, because we know that works absolutely diddly-daddly-dodly fine. They've decided to go with SendGrid. There's a bit of an issue with the verification between them and SendGrid. That's between them. The form is set up. The subscription form is set up. Mail opt-in is set up. The SendGrid API is set up. It's all set up. You just need to sort out your permission to do whatever you're going to do with them to sort out. So I'm quite happy. And then that means next week I can focus on the Web Squadron Super Course, which I know a lot of you have been asking about. And if I get my finger out my belly button on Monday, the pre-sales for that will be open. And I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you into a secret. I'm going to let you into a secret, everybody. Why do I say it twice? I'm going to let you know into a secret. So it's not much of a secret, really, is it? In fact, this is live, so it's all over the bloody internet. Anyway, I'm going to let you know into a pricing thing. If this is the full price, and this is not the full price, but let's pretend this is the full price of the super course, the pre-sales will be 50%. Okay? The pre-sales is 50% reduced. However, Dipanshu, you got to wait till Monday, my friend. The super course pre-sales will be 50%. But here's the big but, the big giant cellulite but, okay? No, it's not that, Brian. I would never do that. It's not even $8 either. 50%. During the live chat, and I will make sure I keep letting people know about it, because I'm obviously going to promote it, aren't I, and let you know, I will give you a coupon code, right? You don't need to enter a competition. There's no raffle. There'll be a coupon code. The coupon code will give you a further 20% off that cost, right? So what happens is, it basically works out to be 40%. Before you start going, does that mean it goes from 50 to 30? No, it goes from 50 to 40 because it's 20% off 50 and 20% off 50 is 10%. Okay? Does that make sense? But I will make that see. No, there's no limited seats, Dipanshu. It's an evergreen course, right? I can tell you now, there is no private one-to-one. There is no videos. You're probably going, what? Let me tell you now, this course is not going to be about you sat there watching videos. Nope. This course is not even going to be about lots of workbooks. No. This is going to be sharing out tips and hints and tricks of what you need to be doing with your business, your market research, your pricing, all of that. How to get clients, how to close deals, problems, blah, 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 all of that. Going to take you on a journey as well. No videos. I'm telling you, I don't really want to be doing videos for it. I want to keep it evergreen, which means I can change the content. Doesn't mean we have to start redoing videos. That's why I'm not doing the videos. And after a while, it sometimes becomes difficult, right? Like you see, like it says, right, now learn about X, but you got to watch a 5-minute video. Whereas if you have the info there, you can skim, read, scan. You can move around, right? It's quicker. Whereas with a video, you go, oh, okay, I'll do it. You skip a bit. Oh, what did he say? Oh, I missed that. Oh, I got to go back now. Oh, I got to watch that bit again. Oh, I forgot what they said. Oh, I got to watch the video again. I'm taking you out of that kind of mindset with the way a lot of courses are delivered, okay? So it's going to be done differently. It's done differently. And also, some of the stuff that we've provided already, like our contracts and proposal documents, they're still valid. But for the super course, I'm redoing some of them to be more slicker. So they're going to be bunged in. Yeah, it's lifetime access, Big Kahuna. It's lifetime access, which means every time we change or adapt or improve or add in a new document, a new proposal document or something, you always have access to it. It's basically going to be one of these like forever access, lifetime. You pay once and that's it. Richard, you've pissed me off. No one's pissed me off at the moment. Actually, I did whinge a little bit, Richard, this morning about someone. They wanted a quote, but they didn't clarify the number of pages or what they want. I gave them a price. They were offended. And I went, well, I don't even know what you want. You know, one-page website. And even a one-page website, is it 2 sections or 20 sections? It makes a difference, right? But you're going to find out more about that on Monday, okay? You're going to find out more about it on Monday. Look, you are not going to make lots of money with the super course. You are not going to have an amazing web design agency. You are not going to be flooded with clients. You are not going to become super famous. There is no guarantees at all. But what you will do is learn things that you can apply to motivate and get you to do things smarter. Damn it. This is the kind of stuff that someone should have told us when we first started off. Because everyone out there's like, yeah, you can do web design, you can make money. Yeah, you can do this. Yeah, it's really easy. Just use that, and away you go. The context is not there. Reality bites. And when reality bites, you go, it's harder than I thought. And that's what we're addressing, okay? There's no guarantee. But, and again, here's the big juicy cellulite but, okay? When you go to school, in fact, anywhere, education, what you learn there, even YouTube videos, what you learn, or what you learn now here as well, or probably nothing actually. What you learn, you let it sink in, and you apply what you need to apply to go, right, so what have I not done that I should be doing? What do I need to rethink? What can I do now or in the future? Or, you know what, I was already doing that. I'm already doing that, done that, tick, 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 done. Great. So I'm on the right path. I'm in the right mindset. But you know what? I didn't think about my pricing strategy. And my pricing ladder, I didn't think about that either. So how do I apply it? And throughout the course, there is going to be a character, right, that you're going to see popping up every now and again, okay? And it's going to be about their journey, made up character, but I'm going to take them through scenarios. You know, when they work with third parties, clients, a good client, a bad client. They outsource, they get burned, they get hit, they make profit, they're winning, they're losing. There's going to be a lot in there, but it's going to be good, all right? I mean, I always do say, Brian, that when I have a one-page website client, I say to them, are you sure about that? Like, are you really sure? Because unless it's a CV, right, or it's just a landing page like a Linktree, you know, like Linktree. So you put on all their socials, like donations and all of that. You know, you do some funky, fancy stuff. You might even put in like a Twitter feed or an Instagram feed or something on the page. Yeah, okay, you can get away with that. But I do often question to people, why do you need a one-page website? Paul, how would you react if a client came to you and asked you to make him a website for free? Well, number one, Paul, I would say, what's in it for me? I have built websites for free for some charities. I have. There's one actually that is based about 2 miles away, and that reminds me, I want to reach out to them. They work with autistic adults that have autism. They've got a website, they advertise it, but the website is one page and it is, I have to be honest, awful. It is so awful. And I really want to reach out to them and go, look, for free of charge, right? The only thing I will benefit is at the bottom of the website, it's going to say built by Web Squadron, right? And I might advertise your website on social media and stuff like that. That's what's in it for me. You allow me to do that. but I really want to give you a 4-5 page website. I'm not going to spend more than a couple of days on it. It's not going to be flash, but it's going to be a million times better than the shit you've got on there right now. Because I'm telling you now, there's going to be parents and people out there where they've got a son or a daughter who's now an adult, who has autism, they need help and support. You provide an amazing service, but you're not promoting what you do. You're not showcasing your venue, your area, your location, who you are. Why should people trust you? What are your reviews? Nothing. It's awful. And I want to reach out to them. You can see how passionate I get about it. So I'm willing to give a bit of free help when it's justified. But Paul, that's where I've gone to them. Now, if there's nothing in it for me at all, there's no word of mouth referrals, they're not part of a big directory, there's no nothing, why would I want to do it? Paul, it's like someone saying to you, can you give me a lift to work? Every day I want you go to work, give me a lift as well. And they never ever contribute to petrol. Would you do it? Because I would turn around and go and say, yeah, okay, I'll do it. But, you have to help contribute to the fuel. So I don't know, let's just say 20 quid a month, 20 quid a week, 20 quid a month. Forget that. 20 quid a week. Yep, nice one, Richard. I just read what you wrote there about the one page and them trying to be clever. Nice one. I mean, 120 megabytes. That's pretty good now, Andrew. That's pretty good. Just reading the comments. I'm on gigabyte. I'm on gigabit speed as well. And I have to say, gigabit speed is flipping good. Flipping good when it works. And it does work most of the time. Manav, my sites are not indexing on Google. You've submitted sitemaps on Google Search Console. Have you done Google Analytics 4 or Universal Analytics, which is a bit of a waste of time? So you need to go for GA4. Have you done that, Manav? Have you done that? Have you done GA4? So Search Console is part of the thing, but you got to do more. By the way, have you verified? So Search Console, verified Google Search Console. Possibly with Rank Math or however you're doing it. Have you done also Google Analytics as well? You might need to do the Tag Manager. You don't have to always do the Tag Manager though. Martin, what I'm going to say though, I feel like what you've got there is very specific and there might be some further questions people have. So you could use a conditional logic. We've got an Elemental video I did. Go and do a search for Elemental conditional logic. So what happens is, based on the drop down checkbox option you pick, it then would then define what you now see, and you can state what you want to state with further drop down checkboxes as well. So go and watch the video called Elemental conditional logic. There's a bit of code, but it's also pretty easy to do once you know what you're doing. Andrew, 5 megabytes. Andrew, that's kind of like, we're going back into now, wow, Andrew, that's like 20 years ago speed for me, that is, mate. 20 years ago. Nice one, Richard. I like the pimp slap. Do you know what, Richard? I wouldn't expect anything less from you. Do you know what I mean? If anyone was going to do a pimp slap, my water bottle, by the way. If anyone was going to do a pimp slap, right? Oh, my back really does hurt. If anyone was going to do a pimp slap, it would be you, Richard, all right? Makes absolutely sense. But yeah, like Brian says, I mean, if you have to do UA to get it through, you can, but go for GA4, all right? Go for GA4. And I did a video on that as well, Manav. So, we've done, so for Martin, whoops daisy, for Martin, we've done a video on conditional logic, Elemental, go and watch it. For Manav, we did a video, I think we did it last week or 2 weeks ago on Google Analytics 4. Go and watch that video as well. But don't forget, we have got a Rank Math video we did a year ago, which is still very relevant, that goes through all the connections you need to do to make sure things are coming through. And it can take 2 or 3 days. How long have you waited since you did it? That sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? How long did you wait since you did it? So when did you sort all this out? You got to give it about 2 or 3 days. Andrew, you're in the countryside. Yeah, no, that's annoying, isn't it, Andrew? That is annoying. And do you know what? Many times I have thought about moving out to the countryside, like just having that nature and spiders and flies and gnats and locusts and all that. I've thought about going out in the countryside, but then you know what stops me? The internet speed. I could not survive with slow internet speed, I'm telling you now. If I was on... Oh, my back really hurts. If I was on slow internet speed, I would be flipping annoyed. Because it makes a difference, especially when you're working on videos. Yeah, Richard, I'm with you, yeah. During the live chats, I'm a little bit more blunt. And I just say it. When I'm with clients, I steer them towards why I think they're wrong, or we need to compromise, or where I think they're taking the piss. So I won't say to them, how dare you say that? But I'll be like, well, let's look at this, okay? If we do X, blah, 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 and it affects Y, and here's why we shouldn't do that. And if I get the feeling like they're just not listening or anything like that, then, you know, they can go away. Right, you want to know what my speed is? I'll tell you. I'll tell you my speed. So let me get it for you. Here we go. It might not. To be honest, though, right now, it's not doing it properly, but normally it's 999 or 1020. I might just stop it and just do it again. Sometimes it drops a little bit, but yeah, look, it's not doing it. For some reason, it's not doing it properly today. I don't know why. But anyway, yeah. In fact, I'm wondering if it's because my cable's... Oh, my back. All right. Tell me if you can still hear me, okay? Because I think I've gone and affected the streaming quality now. Damn. I think I've blown it. Oh. I think I've gone and blown the live chat. Can you hear me, Andrew? You can hear me. Okay. So I feel like, I don't know, is the camera working? I don't think the camera's working. I'm just going to refresh the page for Google, just see if it comes on. Don't think it's working. Is it working? Yeah, it is working. Okay, I got worried then. I thought I'd gone and blown everything out then. Anyway, so all right, sorry, we're back on then. It's just for a moment on Google, it was frozen on my face. So I was like, okay, I've gone and blown it out. What have we done? Yeah, I'm live. Well, I'm alive. I'm not sure about live and feel. Oh, my back. I tell you what, I jumped out the chair a bit then, and that did not help my back at all. So I want to close off a job today. Then I want to sort out a few. Got a call with someone at 2:00. A business idea. Got a client call at 4:00 to hand over and close that job down, and then they could pay the final invoice. Then on tomorrow, I want to work on the super course, the promo page, and all of that. Get that all set up in time for Monday. Might do a video recording on Sunday, obviously to help promote the promo course. Very short video though. Got to edit 3 videos. And then I've got about, I've got quite a few other stuff I want to do. In fact, do you want to see my list of to-dos that I want to do? So, I don't mind sharing with you, right? I don't mind sharing some stuff with you. So, I need to edit a hero banner video, a researching tools video, a bricks template one. I need to do all of that. I need to do a video about grid builder, loop grid filter as well. I want to look at text editor, section container, multi-streaming. I've got to do 3 code snippet videos. I want to look at Kitchen Co. I need to update my live chat. I've also got one for slider, wrapper, border radius, and just a bit of mapping out of some other stuff that I want to do as well. It's never a quiet day with Imran, I'll tell you that. It's never a quiet day. And I've got some other items on here that I actually need to transfer onto my list of things I was thinking about. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. No, I've already got all that. Yeah, got all that stuff on there. So that's a lot of stuff I want to get done. Bits and pieces tomorrow, and then I want to leave. A theme didn't work. It did not work. But okay, Martin. I mean, this is where So when you say it didn't work, there's nothing above. Did you share a link or something? Yeah, I mean, I would say stick it in the Web Squadron Facebook group. You know, I would say stick it in the Web Squadron Facebook group. So if I did something to my arm earlier. I did something to my bicep. My biceps aren't very big, but I did something to my bicep, and it's now, every now and again, it feels like I've pulled it off the bone or something. I've done something to it. I've done something. You must be on Vodafone, Erica. Vodafone, I think, offer, or I don't know where you, or I don't know, I might be wrong, but I know they offer like a 1 gig upload download speed or something like that. Themify normally does work really well, but I would say post it in the Web Squadron Facebook group, Martin, so we get a bit more details and someone else might be able to advise as well. No, Andrew, broken heating, inspection. What, is this through your insurance, Andrew? That's rubbish. That's really, really rubbish. Man. Is it worth paying someone to do an inspection and then you can feed back and go, right, here's what needs to happen? Is there any chance of that at all? I've just got to check a couple of emails that have come through. I've just got to double check what someone's asked me. Showing how... no, I don't care about... What's that? Who's that? Someone's emailed me saying... Did I do a video on Crock-a-Block smart filters? No, I didn't. So I'm not even going to... Look, can I be really honest with you? Sometimes I get emails from people who I do not know. We have no relationship. Never met you. Never heard from you. Never chatted with you. And I don't always reply. Is that bad? How would you feel about that? Do you reply to every single email you get? Spam, junk, whatever. Hey, do you need website built? Hey, do you need help with your SEO? Hey, I just checked out your website. Your website's really bad. Do you want a copy of the report? Hey, we build logos. We could do a new logo for you. But do you reply? Even when someone goes, hey, have you done a video on Crock-a-Block smart filters and loop grid? Well, if I had, it'd be in my YouTube channel, right? So have a look. If I haven't, and if you can't find a video when you search for loop grid or Crock-a-Block, then I haven't. Okay? That's just the way it is. You do get to a point where you kind of get fed up of replying all the time. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Let me just check the comments coming in. So it's done through insurance. Yeah, that's the trouble with insurance, isn't it? There's always a line of contractors. Oh dear, Andrew, this ain't good, is it? 26th of January, and you're on 24th of Feb, and they're not coming out. Oh dear, this is awful. This is awful, right? Would it? Oh, I don't know how much it would cost or what the effect is, but would it be better to just... We had a problem with one of our drains outside, and the contractors got a bit the insurance company got funny with us, and in the end I just paid someone a couple of £100 to come out and fix it and do it, because the insurance company were dragging their feet. Their contractor was dragging their feet. I was like, this has to get sorted out. So in the end, I just paid someone £200 and got it done our way. So I could just completely ignore them. And then I cancelled the insurance after that and just went off with someone else. Yeah, to be honest, Richard, I try to ignore my mum's phone calls. There's no benefit. Hey, don't worry, Erica. So I always spot your posts coming through now and again. Okay, look, we've been live now for 1 hour 25, and I know it's only 12:45, but I am going to now have a break. Just, stretch my legs, more like stretching my back as well. I can't keep sitting for too long. This week, most of our live chats have been quite long than how we were normally doing them, and I hope that's been beneficial to everyone here. So I'm now going to say, 2-minute warning. Let me give you a 2-minute warning, okay? So I can have a bit of a break, stretch my legs, go for a wee, piss my testicles out and all of that. You didn't need to hear that, but yeah, you did need to hear that. And then just final tweak, send an email back out to the client just to let them know where we have compromised and how they have to sometimes though, when you're in the home run and then the client goes and wants some tweaks that were never part of the original spec, were never mentioned during the week, and then they go, oh, what about this? That's where I go, okay, yeah, we could look into it, but there's now a cost attached for us to apply this solution and work on it. And sometimes clients don't like that. But you have to always remind them in the wording, this is additional to what we were doing. Okay, and you want to make that clear to them. To be honest though, Gary, I find that on the hey, take care, George. I'll catch you in a moment. Take care, Eddie. Take care, everyone who's jumping off now, flying away. Hope you have a good weekend. But in answer to Gary's question, I have found if I don't do a live chat on the weekend, I tend to get more done. I can just jump in, do what I do. Because right now, even though I was on the website, just playing around with the search form and all of that, I started that before the live chat. So in the last, half an hour before the live chat, I started it. So 2 hours have now passed and I haven't finished it. So what it does is it starts to impact on my turnaround time and what I want to get done. So sometimes weekends are great for video editing and research and learning and stuff like that. And you're going to get sick of me if you had me on every day of the week as well. And I don't want you guys to get sick of me because I love talking to all of you. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye now. Take care, have fun, have a great weekend, enjoy the rest of your Friday. And I will see you on Monday with hopefully the pre-sale for the super course. And maybe you need to go and get a new mortgage, because it will cost £50,000. No, it won't. All right, take care, everyone.